Hello, everyone. Welcome to Verbling. Hi there. I'm Teacher Oakley. And for the next hour, we're going to be looking at idioms. We'll do a number of exercises and we'll talk about idioms. We'll talk about related idioms. We'll talk about idiomatic language. We'll talk about if there are idioms which are very similar in your culture. Uh, Anyway, we're going to do a number of exercises. All students will have a chance to, will be participating. And we'll see if we can learn some vocabulary, in particular idioms to talk about our feelings and emotions, especially involving interaction with others or in relationships. Okay. Hi, everyone. I'm going to say hello to everyone, check on your microphone, and then we'll get started. Hi, Daniel.
Hi there, I'm Dino. How's it
Hey,
going?
yeah, how have you been?
Good, not much.
Okay. Nice to see you again. Nice to have you with us.
Nice to see you.
Uh, Great. Hello, Abby.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you today?
I'm doing well, thank you.
Great. Welcome to the class. Hello to Heidi. Hello,
Hello,
Heidi.
nice to see you again.
Likewise. Always a pleasure to have you in the class. And hello, Michael.
Hey,
Hi,
Oakley.
Michael. Hey, what's new?
Not too much. What's new with you?
Yeah, nothing really. Uh,
We're on the same boat.
we're on the same page. Yeah.
On the same
Okay.
page. Yep.
Yeah. All right.
All
Yeah,
good.
it's all good. Yep.
Yep.
Okay. Very good. So you're in the idiom spirit.
Yep.
Very good. All right. Also, welcome, Long. Hello, Long.
Yeah, hello teacher.
Hi. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. And you?
Pretty good. Thanks. Okay. Enough of the pleasantries. Let's begin. I'm gonna throw a screen share up here, and we'll get started looking at these idioms. Okay, here we go. A shoulder to cry on. Okay. Uh, what we're gonna do this exercise, how it works. We're gonna use these following expressions or idioms. Um, you're gonna take turns filling in the blank. All right. These are as they would come up in uh, in a discussion or in a dialogue between two people. Okay. Daniel, you're first in. Let's
Yeah.
start. Number one. Thanks for listening, Daniel. I feel better for talking to you.
Okay, that's okay. Oakley, you can always come to me if you need a shoulder to cry on.
Oh, that's nice, Daniel. I'm touched. Very good. All right. You need some sympathy. You need support. A shoulder to cry on. Very lovely job there, Daniel. Uh, okay. Before we proceed, a quick good morning, good evening, and welcome to Jonathan. Hello, Jonathan.
Hello, teacher. I'm doing well,
Hello.
thank you. And
Terrific.
you?
I'm doing okay. Okay, Jonathan, we'll get to you in just a moment. We're doing some exercises here to look at some idioms. Okay, Ebby, you've had the same flatmate for years, haven't you? You must get on very well.
Um, well, we have had our ups and downs, right?
That's right.
Over the years, but on the whole, it's worked very well.
All right, very good. If you have your ups and downs, all right, good times and bad times. All right, you can say this about a relationship. That's the most common. Certainly, in particular, well, friendships or I guess marriage or romantic relationships. You could also use this idiom to talk about maybe your job. Well, it's had its ups and downs, but pretty much it's okay. Maybe your living situation. How do you like living in the Philippines? It has its ups and downs, but overall, it's okay. Uh, I can't even help myself. Notice that I keep saying, but overall, it's okay. I keep using a but expression. Yeah, it just comes very naturally to me when I use this expression. It's not necessary, but it is very, very normal, just like here in the exercise. But on the whole, it's worked very well. You almost always use this expression with but. But then, but positive. Overall, good. Okay, Heidi, do you get on well with your brothers and sisters?
Yeah, this is very similar things. Because yes, I do, but my brother and sister, or older sister, fight like cat and dog, or
Yeah.
another one I found. No, don't see eye to eye or at each other's throat. But in that case, we need to be bar.
Yeah.
Throat.
Yeah. Okay. You're absolutely correct. All of those idioms have to do with fighting and conflict, right?
Mm-hmm.
But of course, if we examine them, but my brother and older sister, we need the verb to be are, and there might be an adverb like are always or are constantly at each other's throats, but definitely we would need the verb to be are in order to make it grammatically correct. My brother and older sister fight like cat and dog, like
don't see eye to eye.
Fight like cats and dogs. I don't know. I think this is a typo, actually, here. This should be fight like cats and dogs. They should be plural already. Okay, in which case, my brother and older sister fight like cats and dogs, or don't see eye to eye. You could actually use either expression. Would be
if they are already adults, maybe F will do better.
Sorry, Heidi?
If they are already adults, in that case, F is better, I think.
Yeah. To some degree, I think you have a point there. I think that is a valid point. With adults or grown people, we would tend more to say they don't see eye to eye because, of course, adults tend to be much more reserved in the way they fight each other or they have conflicts. I think that's true, and children tend to fight like cats and dogs, like literally, physically. I think that's a very valid point. Yeah, true. Okay, Jonathan. Jonathan, is it true that Jeff and Laura are having problems?
Okay, I can see.
Can you see this here?
I think that is F.
Okay. Can you read it for me? Because there's a possibility you may have to change verb tenses or...
Okay, don't see eye to eye.
They seem to be don't see eye to eye.
No?
No, that doesn't fit because of the grammar structure. They seem to not see eye to eye. It seems they don't seem eye to eye. I'm going to have to change the sentence structure dramatically. If two people don't see eye to eye, they disagree. They have differing opinions. When I see, is it true Jeff and Laura are having problems? Okay, if you and I don't agree on many things, Jonathan, I'm not going to say we're having problems. I have many friends who I totally disagree with: politics, economics, social issues, global warming. I, of course, am thinking about a particular friend who we disagree on all of those subjects, but I would never say we're having problems. I would simply say we don't really see eye to eye on many things. It's not a problem. Okay. So, any other thoughts?
Maybe A.
Yeah. They seem to be at each other's throats most of the time these days, like an animal going for the jugular. you,
Okay.
you know what the jugular is, Jonathan?
Jugular, yeah.
Yeah.
It's next to the neck.
Very good. Not to
Okay.
be, of course, not to be confused with juggler, which is somebody who throws balls in the air. Yeah, okay. Go for the juggler. No, jugular. You have to pronounce it with 3 syllables. Right, which is another idiom, actually. If we say, yeah, they're competing for the job and they're getting to debate in front of the boss their opinions about, I don't know, their opinions about corporate structure. In the debate, he went for the jugular. All right, he kind of related to this. If you go for the jugular, you're really trying to take the person down, and not. It could be physically actually killing them, but more than likely, you're talking more abstractly. You go for the jugular, you're really trying to do some damage and whatever, take over the situation, put the other down in an abstract way. So very much related. Go for the jugular, at each other's throats. Long.
Yeah.
How are you getting on with your new business partner?
Let me see.
Okay. Sure.
I think, well, we don't see eye to eye on everything, but that's a good thing. It's
Well, there you
when
go.
we yes, it's when we agree on something too quickly that mistakes are made.
Maybe. Oh, yeah, I didn't even see the second part there. Yeah, it's when we agree on something too quickly that mistakes are made. All right, well, there you go. As I was explaining to Jonathan, two people don't see eye to eye. That's a neutral idea. It could be bad. It could be good, actually, as in this example. Okay, Michael, my parents have been married for 50 years.
In those days, people stayed together. So where are the idioms? Through thick and thin.
Very good. Through good times and bad, through thick and thin, for richer or poorer, in sickness and in health. You do know that I'm basically quoting the wedding rites. All right. Through thick and thin. Yeah, that's right. Good times and bad is the idea. He's been my friend through thick and thin. All right. Very good.
So how about ups and downs, teacher?
Okay. When you say ups and downs, you're talking about the nature of your relationship. My wife and I have had our ups and downs, our good times and bad times, but she has stayed with me through thick and thin. Okay?
Yeah.
We've had our ups and downs. Someone stays with you through thick and thin. I've been here at this company through thick and thin. The company has had its ups and downs, but I have stayed through thick and thin. All right? Do you get it? They're definitely related, but you use them different ways. the people don't have ups and downs. Okay, a person can have ups and downs. I've had my ups and downs. Yeah, I guess you could. All right. But through thick and thin, somebody stays. You're talking about somebody staying. That's it. Somebody staying.
Yeah.
Is the idea, basically. Yeah, you're going to see the verb stayed. Stayed through thick and thin. They probably should just include that into the idiom. Yeah. Okay, Daniel, back to you. Daniel.
Sorry.
Yes.
So, teacher. Yeah. But if in the second sentence, say that in those days people live together, substance out, right? Is that right?
Oh no! In those days, people stayed together through thick and thin.
I mean, we change the verb stay into the verb live together.
Nope. With ups and downs or something like that? No. Ups and downs we're just observing. That would be a very strange thing to say. In those days, people had their ups and downs. You wouldn't say that. I would say, oh, my parents had their ups and downs.
Yeah.
You would never say that. You wouldn't say people stayed together through ups and downs. That's totally weird, actually. You don't stay through ups and downs. You have ups and downs. It's just an observation. The mountains go up and down. I'm not saying that the mountains stay up and down. I'm making an observation. Okay, and does that make any sense? Do you get a better understanding of how it's used?
No, I mean, how about live together?
Live together through thick and thin, you mean?
No, I mean live together, ups and downs.
Yeah, you just wouldn't say that. I mean, I would understand what you mean if you said it, but it's a very unusual way of phrasing.
Yeah.
This idiom, ups and downs, you're going to hear this when somebody asks, how are things going at work? How is your relationship with your wife? What's it like living in the Philippines? You're going to explain that it's good and bad. It's had its ups and downs.
Yeah.
Okay. That's when you use this expression. You're not going to make a general statement. In those days, people had their ups and downs. That's this in this example here. This is a general statement made about people in the past. You would never do that. You only use this ups and downs idea to explain that something has been good and bad. Personally, not generally. Never generally. You would never use ups and downs generally. Generally, most people have their ups and downs. Even that sounds weird to me.
Really?
Yeah, you don't use it for general. You use it to discuss, to observe somebody specific. And actually, this is a normal thing for idioms. Some idioms are used for very specific situations, and others are used for very much for generalities.
Yeah,
okay.
I see.
All right. So that's I'm glad you asked all these points. That is something that you should understand before you use the idiom. Is this actually used to talk about things in general, or is this something that's I'm going to use to talk about a specific situation in reference, in context to a specific situation we're talking about? Okay, Daniel. Why was there such a bad atmosphere in that meeting?
Okay, Oakley, that's why you're new here. Didn't you notice that there was no love lost between George and Andrew?
Oh, nice. Yeah, there was no love lost.
That would be there was, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
There is. Well, is it there in this question? Probably present tense. Probably there is. There is no love lost. Okay, that's okay. Here's another interesting point. Um, yeah, we wouldn't, even if we are talking about the past, sometimes idioms can be weird. We normally use present tense. There's no love lost between those two. Those two, they were fighting in the meeting yesterday, and there's no love lost. There is no love lost between those two. It's one of those weird things which you have to look out for in idioms. Sometimes the idioms need to be the idioms, and you can't even change things that you normally change, like verb tense. Sometimes. I think you would always say this. There's no love lost between those two. Plus, actually you're making a present tense observation, really.
Yeah.
I don't know. If I'm going to say, okay, well, who's two historical figures? I don't know. Winston Churchill and Adolf Hitler. All right. I guess I can use past tense, actually. There was no love lost between those two. I guess it's possible. Future tense is totally impossible. Doesn't even make sense. I guess it is possible. I'm contradicting myself. I've never actually heard this idiom spoken in past tense ever in my life. So I have never thought about it. All right. Sorry about that. So you had to listen to me working it out in my own brain. So I'm arguing with myself about grammar. I do this all the time. Spend far too much time. Yeah.
There's no love lost. That's it.
There's no love lost between me and grammar. That's okay. All right. There's no love lost, meaning there's no. They don't like each other. All right. It's using a negative. Okay. Welcome to the class, Hyder. Good to see you again.
Thanks, teacher. Sorry about the last class.
Not sure what you're referring to. I don't know. I had no problems.
Yeah.
Okay. No problem.
Okay, thanks.
Don't worry about it. Just forget about it, because I don't even know what you're talking about.
I understand that.
Okay. And hello, Ken. Hi, Ken. Good to see you.
Yes, hello. How are you?
Good. I'm real good. Thanks. All right, I'll catch up with you gentlemen in just a minute. We're going to continue here looking at idioms to talk about feelings, especially in relationship to other people. Heidi, there's a bad atmosphere in our office. Some people aren't talking to each other.
Well, it's time to, you had a meeting too. To
fight like cats and dogs. No, just kidding.
Clear the air.
Clear the air. Yeah, I like meetings where you fight like cats and dogs. That's much more fun. Yeah. Okay. All right. Like a meeting between a man and his wife with a lawyer, with two lawyers, and they're getting a divorce. There's a meeting.
It's always compared to dog and monkeys. Not
dog and monkeys?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Sincerely, okay. Do dogs and monkeys fight?
Yeah, fight.
They do? I was not aware of that fact. Okay. Note to self. Let me just write this down. Do not get a pet monkey and a dog. Thank you, Heidi. All right, this could save me some problems down the road. Okay. Last observation here. Sour. Milk turns sour if it is not kept in the fridge. Yuck. If you guys have ever drank in sour milk, horrible. If it goes sour, we can say it goes off. This is much more British, to be honest. Oh, the milk has gone off. An American, I might say the milk has turned All right, more idiomatically. Oh, the milk is turned. I might say the milk is sour. The milk is gone bad. Go bad is what a normal American would say, but okay. In the same way, relationships can turn sour. There's another idiomatic use to talk about feelings in relationship. The relationship went sour. Yeah. Now, two people go off each other. Now, I want to be clear. This is very... Shit. Whoops. Hello? Hello?
Hello.
Yes, hello.
Oh, all right. I hope you didn't all just hear me curse. My
we heard
power...
you, Oakley. We heard you.
You did? Oh, I'm sorry. I apologize to everyone. Sorry, everyone. I thought my power just blinked off for a second. Yeah. So now you know what happens when I'm in a class and my power goes off. You know what I'm doing. Now you know. Oh, yeah. Okay. It upsets me. Now you know the truth. Okay, but it did not go off. It just flicked off for a second. No big deal. Okay. Anyway, I was talking about go off. All right. British don't use this, but Americans use this. If I go off on someone, it means I lose my emotional control, and probably in anger. You go off on someone, you get very angry. You scream and you yell and you holler. Okay. You go off on them. You go off on someone. So totally kind of different meaning. Brits talk about two people going off each other, not on each other. All right. So, okay. They go off each other, then the relationship turns sour, and they they're no longer friends, I guess. Like that. All right. Now we're going to try something challenging. Next exercise here. Jonathan, I'm going to start with you. You're going to complete the following statements about good relationships. Happy time. All right. Okay, as in, you can pick one of these words that are over here on the right, these italicized words. Well, I guess they're not all nouns, but all right, pick a word from here to fill in the blank here. And we can talk about the idiom. Jonathan, can you start?
Yes, teacher. I think that it maybe oh close. No. I don't know.
Well, first of all, try reading the whole sentence. Sometimes that.
Okay, I think my teacher has a soft blind for me.
A soft wavelength for me. No, that can't be it. No idea? We can throw this out to the class. Sometimes by reading it can spark something in your mind. It can help you remember. But okay, anybody wide open for the class? My teacher has a soft what for me? Nobody knows this? Okay. A soft house? No. A soft house. A soft spot. Okay. A soft spot for me. A tender spot. Oh, Jonathan, what does it mean if I have a soft heart?
Soft heart.
Yeah.
Maybe when the people is good people and they doing always great things.
All right. When the people are, remember to use are.
Oh
with
yeah.
people. People is plural. When the
Yeah.
people are, yeah, they're doing nice things for people. They're very kind. They're very um, compassionate and giving. You have a soft heart. You see a puppy on the side of the road and you feel like you have to take it home and take care of it. All right, as opposed to a hard heart, you see a puppy on the side of the road and you kick it into the gutter. That's a hard heart. So a soft spot is kind of related to that. You're a little tender and kind towards someone. We don't have, however, please note, there's no such thing as a hard spot. That doesn't really actually exist.
Like a soft spot, like a conception or something weakness, like.
Okay, very good question, Hyder. Thank you. Yeah, all right. Okay, the meaning can be that maybe somewhat of a weakness. It can mean that oh, the teacher's a little extra kind to me. But Hyder is exactly right. I can say, oh, I want to attack that person, but I know he has a soft spot, a vulnerable spot, a
Yeah.
weakness. So yeah, and maybe it can have both meanings at once. He has a soft spot for his daughter, so that's his weakness. So we will kidnap his daughter, just as an example. So it can mean both of those things simultaneously, or one or the other. So that's actually a very good question, Hyder, and I had overlooked that other meaning. Thank you for bringing that up. Long, can you try the number 2 here? Long, are you okay? Long, are you there? I'm not sure if Long is functioning. I mean, his microphone is functioning. All right. Long, I'll come back to you later. Nader, I'll talk to you in just a minute, but first, hi, Nader. Well, I'll say hi.
Hi, how are you?
Oh yeah, we're talking today. Hooray! Great. Okay, Michael, can you try number 2?
Neglect.
Michael, are you there? Michael, are you there? All right. All right, Nader, I guess I will talk to you now. All right.
Even if you get married, don't neglect your close friends.
Of course. And close is a very, very commonly used word.
I'm really lucky that I got this one.
Well, it's a common word. Yeah. If you're close, you have a close relationship. You close personal relationship. It's used in many co-locations. If you're close, you share secrets, you trust each other, all that kind of warm and fuzzy stuff there. Okay, Ken, how about number 3?
Okay, it's always fun to meet someone you blank it off with. Hit it off?
Hit it off. Yeah, this is kind of a weird sentence. Very strange, actually. Oh, okay. I get it. It's fun to meet someone for the first time. If you hit it off with somebody, then you seem to become friends very quickly.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yes.
what it means. You hit it off with somebody. Oh, okay. All right. They're just neglecting to use some kind of time phrase to indicate meet someone the first time that you hit it off with. Okay. Daniel, how about number 4 here?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Number 4, I must say I get on like What? No.
No. A foot?
A foot. Yeah, a
A
foot.
foot
A
on
foot on fire.
fire.
Yeah, that would be a foot on fire. Yeah.
No, no. I'm just kidding.
Okay. Give me a hint.
Well, what can catch on fire over here? Really, physically catch on fire?
Books.
Like books on fire.
House.
House, yeah, house. Get on like a house on fire. Now, nothing wrong with this idiom, and I understand it very well, but I think this is very British. They're much more common. You would hear a Brit say this. Americans would just say, we get along well. I must say I get along well with my mother-in-law. That's it. We don't use the whole phrase like a house on fire. Not very often, anyway. Yeah, okay. Which is saying, by the way, just because it says my mother-in-law, actually, just to be clear, this means that he has a good relationship with his mother-in-law if they get on like a house on fire. It's actually positive.
Warming up too.
Yeah. You warming up to someone? Yeah. All right, that might be related. If you warm up to someone, that means little by little you become more friendly with them. Yeah. That's kind of funny. You warm up to someone, gradually you become closer. That's with a person. Another interesting phrase, totally different, but a thing, you would say it's an acquired taste. Okay. Something you don't like at first, but you try it more and more. Maybe, I don't know, wine, drinking wine, for example. It's an acquired taste. Maybe the first sip of wine you went, ugh! But you keep drinking it, it's an acquired taste. You like it more and more.
Only for physical things, or you can use it with person?
You know, that's funny. If I used it for a person, if I said, you know, John may rub you the wrong way at first, but he's kind of an acquired taste. It is really not grammatically correct, but it is kind of, I'm being funny. I'm being sarcastic, you know. So it is possible. I've definitely heard it used like that, definitely, but to indicate sarcasm. Like John is a thing, you know.
Yeah.
To
That's
some degree.
perfect for you.
Yeah, well, he's an acquired taste. That would be very sarcastic to say that, but not necessarily sarcastic to say it about a thing, especially foods or food and drink. But anything could be art.
Acquired. Can you type out that word, please?
Yep. To actually, you know, to obtain or to get something. It's an acquired taste.
Okay, acquired.
Okay, where were we? Hyder.
Okay.
Where are we? Okay, number 5.
I get on best with people who are on the same same foot as myself.
No, interesting choice. There are a lot of kind of a little bit similar foot idioms, but no, that's not it.
Okay.
Wavelength.
Wavelength. Yes. Hyder, can you think of another word? The first word I thought of before I think of wavelength. Wavelength is fine. It's common enough.
I thought wavelength.
It is wavelength. That is correct here. There's another word that's often used. Same meaning of the idiom. On the same...
Book?
No, that is... First of all, the preposition is different. In the same boat. Yes, but different meaning. I'll talk about that in just a second. On the same... I was thinking of page.
Page, yeah.
Yeah.
Page too.
On the same page. Okay, actually these three are similar but different. Let me discuss for a moment. On the same wavelength means, we're both concerned about environmental issues. We both hate the government. Okay, we're kind of on the same wavelength. We both like to eat healthy and exercise. All right, you share the same interests in general and the same opinions in general, in a general way, not really specific. Then you're on the same wavelength.
So
If you're
how about the same point?
sorry, Long?
I mean, how about on the same point?
On the same plight?
Point.
Point? On the same point? Yeah, I don't know how that's. I don't know an idiom like that.
Yeah.
I mean, that's possible to use that phrase, but it would be just like the dictionary. We are talking about the same point. We are on the same point. Are we the same particular specific issue? That's not really used in any idiomatic way. That's pretty straightforward dictionary, possibly. Much more idiomatic on the same wavelength. Okay. What did I say? On the same page is used much more specifically. Okay, well, here we go. Here's another idiom. We were talking about this earlier. Two idioms. One we use to express very generally. Her and I are on the same wavelength. We kind of more or less think alike. We're on the same page. Usually you're talking about some specific thing. All right. When it comes to economic policy, we're on the same page. We think exactly the same thing should be done. Much more specific. One is used to talk specifics. One is used to talk totally in general. In the same boat does not mean you share the same opinions, like the two idioms I just mentioned. In the same boat it means you share the same circumstance. It may have nothing to do with your opinions.
Same
all right. Sorry, Heidi?
Same destiny. Or same fate. The
same
boat.
Fate? Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. We're both retired. The government has cut both of our Social Security in half. We don't know how we're going to pay the rent. We're in the same boat. Okay, we have this. We're sharing the same situation. We're dealing with this, usually the same problem. You use this expression when you have a problem. You don't normally say, oh, I won the lottery, I won $10 million, you won the lottery, you won $10 million. Wow, we're in the same boat. That doesn't really make sense. It implies, in the same boat implies that there's a problem or an issue. Yeah.
It's a good boat.
It's a good boat. It's a yacht. Yeah, okay, there you go, Heidi. I'm going to make my own idiom. If we both won $10 million, I would say, wow, we're in the same yacht. Very good. I like that. Okay. Okay. Let's move on. Heidi, actually, it's your turn. Number 6.
My children all try to stay my good food or books.
Wow. Wow, this is what?
The spot.
Books?
I think it's books. Yeah. Yeah. Yes, it is books. Okay. All right. This must be very British. It is books. Yeah. An American says this totally differently. My children all try to stay in my good graces or on my good side. Either one of those. Meaning they try to stay in favor with you. In my good books, I understand. I do understand the etymology, the history here. They're talking about your books like profit and loss. They're talking about business. So if you're in the good side of the ledger, All right, you talk about your books being your records, your financial records. So if you're in the good books, you're on the good side, right? So it's the same idea. Okay. I haven't heard this exactly in this way before. I kind of missed this. I looked at it in a different way. There's a different idiom, which is like he's trying to stay on the good side of my books, or the good side of my ledger. Meaning like that, you have your profit or the money coming in. On the other side of your ledger or your financial books, you have your debits, credits and debits. Those are the two sides of the ledger. So idiomatically, we think about that as being good and bad. Okay, so it's definitely related to that idea. Yeah, but an American would never say this. My children all try to stay in my good books. Okay. My good graces is very common. Jonathan. Yeah.
To someone a good blind and you've made a friends.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Food?
No. Do
No.
someone a good. No. What do we got left? Foot, pick, turn, and need.
Pick?
Nope. Nope. Get down there. All right, Jonathan. Do someone a good turn. Do a good turn daily. A good turn is and usually an unasked, unrequested favor is a good turn. You do someone a good turn. You do something kind for them that they didn't ask you to do. Okay?
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So, yeah, well, that's pretty much it. There's no other strange meanings, or really can't think of any similar idioms either. Okay, long. Number 8.
Do your best not to get off on the wrong foot.
Foot, yes. Okay. Excuse me. Sorry. There are idioms that involve your feet.
Track.
Foot. Track.
Yep.
If you get off track,
yep.
Then you're off course. You're not following the correct path. Yeah. What I was going to say is idioms that involve foot. Put your best foot forward. All right. That means start out the best way you can. Don't get off on the wrong foot. Don't get off. Don't start on the wrong foot. Okay. So don't start on the wrong foot. We often use idioms involving foot to mean the start of something. Okay, wrong foot or right foot. If right foot is good, obviously wrong foot is bad. Okay.
Wrong foot.
Michael, number 9. Sorry?
We have the wrong side of the bed.
Get up on the wrong side. Oh, okay, that's sure. Not get off, but get up. What does that mean? If you get up on the wrong side of the bed.
If you got on the wrong side of the bed, you had a bad start, or you are in a bad mood now?
Bad mood, yeah. Means you're starting the day with a bad mood, or maybe not even start. Well, I'm very likely to say to someone sometime in the morning before lunch, did you get up on the wrong side of the bed today, or what? What's wrong with you? Did you get up on the wrong side of the bed? Okay.
You're
Like that.
unlucky.
Often in a question form to ask why someone's being such a jerk. Why they're being in such a bad mood. Okay.
Teacher,
Yes.
can I ask you a relevant question?
I hope it's relevant. Sure.
No,
You know, Hyder,
irrelevant.
you can ask me an irrelevant question. I don't care.
Yeah,
Go.
irrelevant. What
Yeah.
is that mean? Duplicate value.
What does it mean? Duplicate what?
Duplicate
Waloo?
value.
What is the second word you're saying? I don't know it.
Value.
Values.
Value with a V. The vampire value.
Value. Yeah.
Duplicate value. Duplicate value. I don't know if there's any abstract meaning or idiomatic meaning. I can only look at this as a very literal. I have no idea if there's some idiomatic meaning. I don't know. It's possible, but I
It's
can
right
only.
on. It's right on something, and I did wrote something, and it did some kind of that error.
Yeah, okay. It's this. If it comes to taxes, you're not going to be reading any idiomatic language. Definitely not. Very, very straightforward mechanical language. Then this is what it says it is. Duplicate. It is the same as another. Value. Number. Here you go.
Okay,
here you go. There are duplicate values. 32, 32. It's very literal. Okay. So, all right. The same number twice. Okay. No, it's okay. Michael, number 9, a very famous expression, of course.
A friend is a friend indeed. In need.
Of course, a friend in need is a friend
The
indeed.
friend indeed.
Yes.
Sounds rhythmic.
It is. It's very rhythmic and what's the word? I can't remember, but yes, it is. It's okay. Anyway, yes, it is, and it's a very well-known expression. Okay, friend in need is a friend indeed. Okay. All right. What does that mean? Why would we say that, Michael? A friend in need is a friend indeed. What a weird thing to say.
Well, I presume that a friend in need is a friend indeed. So I presume like when like something you need, like and someone would help you, that's a real friend, like not a fake one that only sticks with you in good times, but also helps you a little bit.
Very good. Thank you. Couldn't have said it better myself. I will add that a friend who just sticks around for the good times, we call that a fair weather friend.
Fair weather. Okay.
Fair weather friend. Yeah. There's a idiomatic description. Okay, Nader, how about number 10 here?
You can pick your friends, but you can't pick your relations. You can pick your wife, but you can't pick your mother-in-law.
Yeah, okay, good one. Okay, here's another one for you, Nader. You can pick your friends and you can pick your nose, but you can't pick your friend's nose. Okay. Sorry, that's disgusting. All right. Okay.
That's really fun.
Well, thank you. Yeah, it's very stupid. All right. All right. You can pick, you can choose. You can't choose your relations. All right. True enough. Of course. A young friend is always young. What? An old friend might be only 35. I have no idea what this means. I'm just totally not even gonna. I have no idea what that even means. I'm just gonna ignore that. Okay. All right. Let's see. Through thick and thin, we've only got like seconds here. All right. In bad times and good times, what's an idiom that means this? Pop quiz, Daniel. Daniel, are you there? What's an idiom that means in bad times and good times? Actually, let me throw this out to the group. Who knows?
Thick and thin.
Through thick and thin. 1 point for you. What's another idiom that means don't agree?
On the same page or on the same wavelength? No, don't agree. Sorry. I didn't get it.
Don't agree.
We're not on the same page.
Yeah, that's true. You could use the negative value of the idiom. Sure. Yeah.
It's none of your business.
It's none of your business. That means it's not your concern. It's nothing that you should even be thinking about or talking about. It's none of your business. All right, but that doesn't mean you don't agree. Anybody?
I don't think like you.
Well, yeah, that's quite literal. I think they're thinking of don't see eye to eye. We don't see eye to eye. We don't see eye to eye. We don't agree.
Eye to eye. Okay.
Eye to eye. Yeah. You fight a lot.
Like a cat and dog.
Fight like cats and dogs. Yeah. Heidi.
Meow.
Meow. Okay. very, very good. Thank you for that.
We have like chalk and cheese.
Like what?
Chalk and cheese.
Like chalk and cheese. Really? I like that. So, how would you use that? They get together. They get along like chalk and cheese.
No, I'm just asking because I know one idiom with chalk and cheese. I'm just asking.
I don't. How does that go?
I don't remember. Maybe I'm wrong. Sorry.
Oh, okay. I don't know. That strikes me as very, very funny, actually. Oh, they get along like chalk and cheese. I would use that. What? Totally disparate, completely different types of things. Oh yeah, like
maybe we can't compare them. They are like chalk and cheese, something like this, but I'm not sure.
Okay, I mean it's very common to say like oil and water. They get along like oil and water.
They don't mix.
They don't mix, exactly. Ooh, oil and water. And we might just say that in reference to somebody. Should I invite Nancy and Mary? And I might say, oh, oil and water. Bad choice. No. Yeah, to indicate those two do not belong together. Definitely. Okay, I'm out of time. I got to go because I got to come back and start another class. But thanks a lot. Very enjoyable. I hope you guys learned some idioms you can use with confidence in the future. Thanks, everybody. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.